I don't completely understand why this chat thing doesn't work properly anymore. Used to be that the window would pop up and everything would be on the right here. Last couple times it just hasn't worked right. I don't know what's going on. But whatever, I got it working now. Hello, Susan. I can see you. I'm assuming you're the only one that's commented so far, except for him. He's ever talkative. There's Jan. Yeah, we're starting to get people now. Yeah, see, that's for some reason it's coming up where only the top comments appear, and I don't know how it determines what the top comments are in the first in the in the first 10 minutes of the vlog here, or 10 minutes of the live stream. You'd think that every comment would be a top comment, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's my my Waco Ale Company shirt I got from Waco Ale Company a couple weeks ago. Decided to wear that. How's the yellow rose of Texas? It's doing well. In fact, it's blooming right now. It's starting to grow a little bit. You know, it was a little teeny tiny little plant, but they tell me it'll get bigger. Well, it's getting bigger. It's probably got 6 or 8 blooms on it right now. So doing good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I know what happened, the top vloggers, about that. I think I didn't enter your apartment number because I was looking at the looking at my master address list, and I don't seem to have the apartment number on there. So I bet you I didn't do that. So I'm going to go over to the post office tomorrow, and we'll figure that out. Probably my mistake. You know, I'm human. It happens. But we will get it taken care of. Jan is in Amarillo visiting her son. That's cool. Yeah, we finally get Bite showing his butt again. I just realized I didn't turn on the light over there. Let me turn on the light back there so he doesn't, you can't even see him. You know, he's just all kind of hidden in the shadows here. Hang on a second. That's actually, it's both kitties away here. Sometimes it's important how you light the shot here. And when you're doing a live stream, I've learned that you got to have everything lit right. So you got to have that light on. You got to have the lights that are in front of me on so you can see me. And also got to try and do a better job lighting up the area back there. I had it overlit last week and it was all washed out. Hey PDXer, how you doing? White's over there looking out the window right now. He still likes that window because there used to be a big hedge out in front of the window. He couldn't see anything out there. But the hedge was one of the plants that died in the big freeze, and so that was I did put a new plant there, but it's probably a year or two before it gets so big he's not going to be able to see out there anymore. So we will see what happens here. Eric just sent an email to me. Yay. Yeah, it's the Waco Ale Company from that tour I did a couple weeks ago through the brewery. That was the same day I did the Bear Arms Brewery. Have I lost some weight? Actually, I think I maybe put on a little bit of weight, but I don't know. They say TV TV adds like 10 or 20 pounds to you, but maybe vlogging does the opposite. Who knows? I'm fine, Tracy. Thank you. How are you? You gonna come visit, Bite? Huh? Yeah? No? No? Maybe not. Now he's gonna lay over there on the floor. Such is the life, huh? You got such a hard life, Bite. All you gotta do is figure out where you're gonna take your next nap. How's my mom? My mom's doing good. Talked to her a couple days ago. Had to catch up on some of the news. Like to get it when it's nice and cold. I am doing well, Ruth. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? It's raining in Vermont. That's cool. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the like upper 90s today, but they say we may have some thunderstorms coming in later in the afternoon. I guess tomorrow is supposed to be the rainy day. We'll see. They're saying what 35% today and only in the afternoon, but it's like 65 tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to drop down to a bone chilling 86 tomorrow. You gonna come up and visit? Last week you didn't even come up on the couch because you were so freaked out because the table was over there, weren't you? Yeah, I knew I had to do something over there by Flash's cave because there's no way she was going to be able to get into that. And in fact, when they were moving the stones around, when they were actually installing the patio, I actually had to tell them, wait, hold on a second, you can't go all the way in the corner there because you're going to set the stone on top of Flash's cave, and then I'll have to rebuild it all again. So we almost lost that as a result. So they weren't really watching what was going on back there. When you die, you want to be reincarnated as Jaw or one of my cats. Oh, I don't know about that. Good morning, Bill. How are you? You like the color of the kitchen? Thank you. I like it too. Yeah, it turned out good. It isn't exactly the color I had in the kitchen in California. It's a little more of a golden color, but that's okay. Will I be making a trip to California this year? Yeah, hopefully. I was thinking this morning maybe I'll wait until like fall to do it. You know, get past the summer and all that. Get to the point where maybe I don't have to. You know, I'm not going to be giving up. You know, key swimming weather and stuff like that. I kind of having a pool is still kind of a bit of a novelty, so I like to get into it pretty often. And it would be kind of a bummer to give up all my pool time here by going to California. So. Yeah, Nibble's kind of wandering around. She's right here right now. There she is, right there. Hi, Jeff. How are you doing, buddy? Can I do a walkthrough in the kitchen? Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could. Let's see. Gotta go mobile here, so let's disconnect everything. I gotta be careful because I almost drained the battery this morning on this thing, so it's only been charging for a while. So we'll have to be careful Can't go too long in the kitchen here, but I suspect we can go in here for a minute. Yeah, there's the kitchen right now. It's a little dirty in here, but that's kind of the way it works. Definitely brighter than it was, right? You definitely live with that. Mop and bucket there because you got to clean up the floor every once in a while. So yeah, there you go. There's the kitchen. There's your tour of the kitchen. All right, plug everything back in here. Especially the electricity, because we don't want to run out of battery, do we? That is no fun. We ended up losing the live stream last week because I went too far away from the router. So Jeff's just leaving church. That's cool. I suppose we'll probably lose him for dinner too, or for his lunch time too. So we'll get Jeff while we can here. Mark got 7 of 22. Yeah, there's no real magic to it. Actually, it's the order that the shirt orders were received. Because every time somebody placed an order, I just had an Excel sheet and I put all the pertinent information on it, so it was all in one place. And basically, what ended up happening is, the order you were on the list, that was the number you got. So just made it easier to keep track of everything. It was more actually a benefit for me too, because then I could look at the shirt and say, okay, this one is for this person, this one is for this person, and double, triple, quadruple check that I got all my ducks in order and all that stuff. Yeah, I think the kitchen turned out much better. The color that was in there, I don't know. I wasn't really into any of the colors anywhere in the house. It wasn't the right color for me. It was just kind of depressing gray color out here. You remember it was pink in the guest bedroom. It was kind of a light blue in what turned out to be the cat room. Gray in the halls. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they had me paint my house gray in California too, and it's just such a dreary and depressing color. But apparently, according to all the realtors, it makes the house look modern. So I don't know. I suspect they spent a whole bunch of money having this place painted just to get it ready to sell. And I would have just said, hey, knock off the money you're going to spend on the painting because I'm going to paint it anyway. I'm not going to pick a house based on, I really love the house, but I can't stand that color. Because I'm going to paint it anyway, so whatever. You thought I was going to a convention this weekend. No, that's next weekend. And actually, thank you for bringing that up. There probably will not be a live stream next week because of that. The convention is next week in Beltran. So that's what I'll be doing on Sunday. What was today's sermon about? My guess is Jesus. You can guess which shirt number you have. Possibly. Thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you approve of what I've done with the house. Like I think I mentioned in one of the videos, when I was commenting on some of the colors that people picked for this house, that there's probably people looking at what I've done here and saying, "Ew." So yeah, I don't know. It's my house. I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, and I'm not showing you what I'm doing so you can learn from my house decorating skills because maybe that isn't the right color for you, but at least I can show you how to do it, even if you don't like the color. What kind of a convention? It's a Comic-Con actually, and I've been invited by the guy who does Silo of Screams because apparently it's right there next to Temple, which is where Silo of Screams is, and apparently they have a booth there. So I'm going to go on Sunday, and hopefully we can do some fun stuff, see some fun stuff. I'm actually going to see if they'll let me maybe interview uh, the guy who runs Silo Screams, and I might work the booth a little bit. I don't know. They were asking for people to do that, um, so I might work the booth. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be fun. I've never been to a Comic-Con, so we'll see what we see. I'm not necessarily into all the comic stuff, but I like some of the Marvel movies. I'm a Star Wars nerd and a Star Trek nerd, so I'm sure there'll be enough there for me to be interested in. My couch hosted a very successful live stream from my old apartment. Okay. Am I going to dress up for the Comic Con? No, probably not. I'll go as myself. Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked to John about doing the interview, but I bet you he'd be willing to do it. It's free publicity, and I've participated a few times, and did a couple of videos for promotion of the thing, which got some good feedback. So, oh, it was the day I went to work and left the camera running for the cats. Yeah, you know what? It was kind of fun to it was kind of fun to do that. That was at the time that was happening. We were right at the start of the pandemic, and everything was locked down. So it was sort of a little bit of a public service thing. An opportunity to just allow people who are getting a little bit lonely, being locked into their house, to interact with each other. It was fun. I actually stopped in a few times during the day when I was doing those, and it was just fun to see. There were a whole bunch of people in there, but there were people, and they were talking to each other, and that was kind of fun. So I could show my 2 years of Silo Scream vlogs. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if John had the videos I produced running in the booth, where "That's not how it's done" shirt. Yeah, I don't know about doing that. I mean, I always thought it was a little weird to be wearing T-shirts of my own picture, and it seems a little arrogant to me. So I don't know if I'll do that. And usually, when I go to someplace like that, I kind of like to remain incognito. Not have anyone, say, "Oh, who are you?" It's just I'm just some dork with a camera. Tracy's making the rib recipe. Yeah, that is really good. The rib recipe was one of my favorites. That turned out really good. You're in for a treat. Am I doing Silo Screams again this year? Hopefully. I would guess that since he invited me to the Comic Con next week, that I'm still on the list. Yeah, I know. Party at Tracy's house. Oh, Jeff likes the shirt. That's cool. Yeah, if anyone, I had to give Jeff a shirt because Jeff, has been one of the biggest supporters of this channel by far. No competition. Hello, Linda. How are you? Yeah, Bite's right here, sitting there meowing at me. Come on up here, Bite. Come say hi. Oh, well, you get kitty treats. Come on up. Sometimes you just gotta coax them up. A little bribery, huh? There we go. Now we got him up here. You're such a slob. You lunge at it and then you end up dropping it. And then it falls in the cracks of the couch. And then we don't discover it. And then we don't discover it until the ants find it. Such a pig. All right. Let's see. Too hot to be outdoors today. Yeah, it's gonna be a scorcher here today. I think they're saying 97. All right, there you go. You heard it from Tracy. Everyone's invited. Everyone to Tracy's house for ribs. Oh man, you're right. The top vloggers. That's one of my gripes here. They're back at work too. They started making us wear masks again at work. I am really freaked out about that. Not freaked out, but not very happy about it. That is so stupid that we're doing that. You know, if you're vaccinated, I mean, I get it if you're not vaccinated, but it's stupid. You know, I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Still surprised I couldn't do a live stream from the booth. I don't know. Maybe we will if there's a good internet connection there. That'd be kind of fun. You enjoyed the vlog where I moved the stones. Yeah, I mean, you know, how weird is it that I can do a vlog of pulling rocks around and people watch that? And actually, it's the top video of the past 10 I've done. Imagine that. Had more views on that one than any of the last 10 we did. It's all funny how that works. Jan's just checking in. All right. Yeah, well, I kind of figured the mower would help a little bit because, like I said, a couple weeks ago, I was mowing the lawn and I accidentally just bumped it with the mower, bumped one of the stones with the mower, and it shifted. I said, you know, maybe that's the way to do it. And that actually worked really well. All right, we've got a couple super chats. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Tracy. Appreciate that. You both think I need to get some more kitty treats. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the jar's getting a little low here. But I mean, you look at those cats; they haven't missed any meals lately. Paint color I used is close to what you use in almost all the kitchens when you're painting apartments. It's called straw yellow. Yeah, this one's called like vanilla ice cream or something like that. It's hot in Florida. Sounds like fun. Leave the Gen Z to be making up words. Some virus outbreaks are fully vaccinated people. Yeah, I know, but 99.9% of them are for people who aren't. Yeah, I mean, I saw something on the CDC just the other day. They say 161 million people are fully vaccinated in the United States right now, and 5,500 of them have caught the disease. So we're talking like in the 0.0000001% range here. You know, I honestly think that this is peer pressure. I think they're punishing everyone in the hopes that those of us that have been vaccinated start putting the pressure on. Well, this is all your fault that I have to wear this, and I don't buy into that. That's not cool. There's plenty of good reasons that people don't want to take a vaccine. I chose to take it. I think you should take it, but you know, there's people that have legitimate concerns. And it should be a free choice thing. Jordan's top vlogs of him decorating. I admit I enjoy watching him decorating his house. It's a lot of fun. You know, maybe I'm even maybe getting ideas from him. In fact, I did get sort of an idea from him. Let me show you. A couple weeks ago, he did a vlog where he put some lights in his swimming pool, and I said, you know what? I want to get some lights for my pool. So I I was almost going to call him and ask him where he went. And I said, wait a second. He gets everything at Amazon. So I went to Amazon and actually found the same exact thing he has. So haven't put them in the pool yet. They take 3 batteries each, and I only had like 5 batteries. So I've only got one of them working, but it's basically the same thing that Jordan has. Uh, Probably a little bit overwhelming, but that's the green color, and you got the red and the purple, and you can do it where it changes colors here. I'll light myself up here. Ooh, spooky. But supposedly these all like sync up together and will give you, different effects. And so I don't know. I want to do that. So we'll get these. We'll probably get some more batteries for them today or something, and get them in the pool and see how they work. But it was cool. Like I said, I figured Jordan probably got them at Amazon, so I went on Amazon too to look for them. And it turned out there was one scene where he had a very good picture of it in his video, and so I was able to find the exact same thing he has. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. So I did copy Jordan a little bit. I was talking to a friend at work who got the second shot, and he was sore afterwards for a couple of days, and muscle aches all over his body and all that. But I don't know. Most people I hear, aren't having any problems. So okay, Jeff's heading out to eat. Hopefully, we'll see him later. We'll be here for another 90 minutes or so, Jeff. So hopefully, you can stop back in. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Black Dot. In fact, I was talking to a friend at work the other day who's a smoker, and she was saying that she took a drag on her cigarette and then put her mask on and exhaled, and the smoke was coming out of the mask. And thought, well, that shows how effective these masks are. A virus is way smaller than a smoke particle, and if smoke is coming out of the mask, you're right, it's just for show. Yeah, I think we're supposed to hit like 95, 97 here too, Peg. Top bloggers think we should ask the doctor if it's right for you before getting it. And stop people from getting advice who don't have knowledge. Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, there's a lot of legitimate concerns about vaccines. I'm definitely in the camp that you make up your own mind. If you want it, you get it. Personally, the only reason I got it was to get out of the mask. I've never been overly paranoid about this virus. I'm not the person things targeting. I'm too young. Yes, there are people my age who've gotten it and died from it, but the truth is, it's people who have what they call comorbidities, and it's people who are of really high advanced age. They're the most susceptible. They're the ones that need to take the precautions. I did it to get out of the mask. That just turns out. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Rhonda. The color, I don't know if I call it perfect, but it's really good. I'm happy with it. Kathleen has a sensor in the pool that sets off an alarm if anyone enters it. That is important when you have kids, definitely. Not as big of an issue with me because, the only person that's going to get into it is me, or an occasional squirrel. You saw my video, and that was last week when I was pulling the stones around. Yeah, even just being outside in it, it was miserably hot last weekend. Great to have that pool to go in. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do a video on this because it isn't really going to be that much of an installation process. It's just got magnets on the side of it, so I'm just going to plop it to the side of the pool, and that's the end of the installation. Perhaps I'll show a scene of it on. I do have some ideas what my vlogs are going to be this weekend, so or at least what a couple of them are going to be. But I still got one more in the it hasn't shown yet. That'll go up on Tuesday. It's funny, I was just thinking dry ice in the swimming pool this morning too, Peg. Put it in the center of the pool and have a thin layer of fog over the surface of the pool. That'd be awesome. And that's fine, Bill, if you're not vaccinated. But if you are vaccinated, you should be fine. That's the whole point. Where's Bite and Nibble? Bite is over here wandering around. Keeps liking to look out the window, and I think Nibble probably went back to her room. Yeah, well, and that just kind of shows Rhonda how ineffective all that is. The mask didn't protect them. The hand sanitizer didn't protect them. It's just what ultimately needs to happen is we got to all get vaccinated, or at least enough of us get vaccinated to get to the point where it's no longer an issue. What do I think about Disney making their employees get the vaccine? I don't like the idea of companies forcing people as a condition of work. Like I said before, there's plenty of people out there um, who have legitimate concerns about it. Yeah, well, if YouTube chooses to demonetize this, then you know what, that's on them. Oh, I got two people logged in as Rhonda here. Um, yeah, I don't know yet. I was actually sort of thinking I might wait till fall to go home to California. I really enjoy having a swimming pool, and it's still kind of a bit of a novelty for me. So having the ability to use the pool while I can, kind of nice. But maybe if I wait till fall when it cools off, it's maybe a little too cold to be in the pool. It might be a better time. It might be also a little less of a stressful trip for Flash um, if she can hibernate all the way back. A heat wave and fires in Minnesota. That sounds like fun. You don't have a pool, but you have one of those lights in the bird bath. I've seen people do that. They've got these like little solar power things that they put in the bird bath that not only have the light but also like a little fountain. The only concern I've ever had about that is if the thing floats to the side of the bird bath and squirts all the water out. I'm just concerned about the masks that it's never going to end. There's always going to be a new variant. It's like the influenza. We don't ever get rid of the influenza. It just mutates into something else. And that's how it's going to be with this thing. And if we just keep making the argument, "Oi, there's a new variant this year, we got to mask up again," then we're never going to get past that. That's my concern. Hey, Dave and Terry, how you doing? Glad to see you. Freedom of speech has been outlawed by big tech. Yeah, yeah, I saw Michael identified himself on one of the posts. I was actually surprised a little bit too, but not terribly. I mean, like I said, since I was able to move it just by bumping it, I was hoping that the weight of the mower and my weight on it would be enough to drag it, and apparently it worked. My big problem is every once in a while the leading edge would dig into the ground, and then that came a problem. But when I lifted them up and put them on like a piece of two by four, it just slid across the two by four really easy. Yeah, some people are horrible like that, Kathleen. And why would anyone be offended you're wearing masks? It seems like people would be offended that you're not wearing a mask. I'm still not going to full masks back at anywhere at work. I'll make an exception at work because they're paying the bills, but that doesn't mean I like it. But I'm not going to go to the grocery store and wear a mask. I'm not going to go into Home Depot and wear a mask. That's stupid. Yeah, I don't know if this country is going to allow us to go through another series of lockdowns again. Chris Moss is putting an REM song. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. That's like here to stay, unfortunately. Not if I have any say in it. Have I seen fireflies lately? Yeah, I've been there. I'm not really that experienced with kind of the cycle of fireflies and all that, but last year I saw them right at the beginning of summer when I first moved in, and I saw them a little bit in early fall. But apparently, it's all just when it's all depend on how warm it is out and what the wind is doing. Because I've been actually seeing them for the last few nights too. So yeah, you have to realize there's no vaccine for 6 year olds yet. Yeah, but you also have to realize that 6 year olds are among the demographic that are least affected by it. Most viruses that we think of, they hit kids first. This one is, the least contagious among kids. So all they do for you is give you acne. All they do for me is clog up my throat and give me chapped lips. I was just getting to the point where I was getting past the chapped lips from taking the masks off 2 months ago, and now it's back again. I could tell the first day when I was wearing masks, which was on what I guess Friday, and already I was hacking up gunk again. Yeah, I don't know if it's different species of firefly or just coming out of different, might be different, probably just different generations. Maybe they lay their eggs, and when the conditions are right, they hatch or something. What's the next recipe? You'll have to wait until Tuesday. That's what it is. It's a cooking vlog on Tuesday. It's something in the instant pot, but you'll just have to wait and see. Has Jordan been to my new house or me to his? No, not yet. I suspect we'll each visit the other's house at some point. Scarlett Johansson sued Disney for violating her Black Widow contract. Disney streamed it for $30 on the same day it hit the theater. Well, yeah, I suppose. I'm sure they're trying to put it on their Disney Plus thing. Icebox cookies. I've never heard of that. David likes the kitchen. Thank you. How about the 7-ingredient salad? We might do that at some point. I thought about allergies. The cat might be making me cough. I've had the cats for 12 years though, and I think it's ironic that the problem's only happening when I'm wearing a mask. So no, I don't think it's the cats. I've had pets in my life since I was, preteen. Yeah, I use chapstick, but that was how I was having to treat it. And I was having to, put on a coating of chapstick, 4 or 5 times a day, because I was wearing the mask and was keeping everything moist during the day. And then when I get off on my weekends, I'm having to constantly apply lip balm to keep my lips okay. That does sound good, Kathleen. Yeah, I didn't know fireflies were beetles either, but I guess that makes sense. I just think they're cool. I love having them here. Grandma Poopy Pants loves my show. Wow, that's an endorsement. Anyway, I don't know. Let's not talk about the virus and the masks anymore. I'm over that. I wanted to vent a little bit, and I've done that now. So let's move on. Is the tortoise living with me? No, she's still in California with Beth. I'm thinking hopefully we'll go pick her up. Hopefully maybe in the fall. Out my backyard neighbors. I don't know. I haven't really met them that much. I see them in the backyard sometimes, but that's about it. Is the tortoise dangerous? Does it bite? No, no. She's totally harmless. I need tornado insurance. I've thought about it. I don't know. It's one of those things that you probably wish you had it after you did it, but I need to develop a few recipes using Voodoo Ranger. I don't know if I want to give up my I like my Voodoo Ranger too much to waste it on recipes. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of watching it, Gary. It's getting a little out of hand here. If I watched any of the Olympics, no, I'm not interested. In fact, I got rid of my cable a few weeks ago. Decided I didn't want it anymore. It was stupid to pay for it. Did the palm trees make it? No, I don't think they did. It looks like they're gone. So we'll pull them out some point and put something else in there. How are the tomatoes doing? Tomatoes, they're still popping up. I'm getting a few. I've gotten a few of the big tomatoes now, and I'm still getting a bunch of the little ones. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The little ones, they don't come frequently enough where it's worth doing anything more than just popping them off the vine and popping them into my mouth. So, am I a coffee drinker? No, no, I'm not. Don't drink coffee at all. But I decided about the cabinets. I mean, I know I want to do something about it, but I haven't figured out what that is. Yeah, oh, I got cable TV when I moved here. I mean, I had cable TV in California, and I got it when I moved here. But the truth is, I had it on maybe two times in the entire time I've been here, and it's not worth it for the amount of money I was paying for it. So I just kind of made the decision a few weeks ago. You know what? I'm going to dump it. I kept the internet, so Eric's watching the Brady Bunch. That's cool. I remember I used to watch the Brady Bunch when I was a kid. Well, my mom be on a live stream when we're in California. She said she'll do it. So, I'm going to hold her to that. Have to make sure she gets her hair done, though. You remember the first time she came on the live stream, and her one objection at the beginning was, "Well, I want to wait until after I've had a chance to get my hair done." It's like, Mom, you're going to be calling on the phone. Nobody's going to be able to see you. You don't have to have your hair done. You can be naked if you want. Nobody would know. You love the video, best video of Flash opening the door. Yeah, that was kind of funny. And best commentary was awesome. You tried the egg bake recipe. That's pretty good too. Yeah, that was my Aunt Sally's recipe. Take off the yeah. What I think I'm going to do is I'll take off one of the cabinets. I'm going to bring it over to Home Depot and ask them what they recommend. Rhonda's sending a message to Charlotte and Logan that mommy's finished the laundry and is on her way home. They better finish up the cookies because she knows that daddy's letting them eat them. So better finish up the cookies, Charlotte and Logan. Mommy's on her way home. You go to ustv.go. You can watch cable for free. I wasn't watching it anyway, so I mean, it just got to the point where why? You're related to Elizabeth Montgomery. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it just gets to the point where you can get all the entertainment you need from from the internet. So whatever. TV's been replaced. Update on T-shirts. Well, I mean, The only update there is on the t-shirts is the ones that we've already sold, and that's it for now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. What size trailer am I thinking about getting? Something big enough that I can haul plywood. Doesn't have to be huge. You know, right now I put it on the top of my car. I got this funny little rack thing I made that I can haul plywood home from Home Depot. And that works pretty well, but it's kind of a pain to get up there too. You know, I don't have that much of a need to haul stuff, but every once in a while it's nice to be able to, you know, to be able to do that. You know, I'm thinking when I bought that pallet load of stones that I brought home for the yard and had to rent a truck for that, that would have been nice time to have a trailer. Charlotte and Logan, quick, get rid of all the evidence. Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking about an open trailer and enclosed an open trailer, definitely. What brand is my lawnmower? It is a Troy-Bilt. I got it at Home Depot. You remember when I originally was doing that about a year ago, I went to Lowe's and wanted to get a Craftsman because I've always been a Craftsman fan because, you know, all of my tools are Craftsman, you know, because that's what I used to, you know, used to get all my stuff at Sears, and Lowe's kind of took over that name when Sears went under. But Lowe's lost my order or something. So, you know, 10 days went by and nothing, you know, nothing from them. It hadn't been delivered. And I went over and asked, like, oh, yeah, we lost that. We'll order it again, you know, and perhaps if they, you know, said, hey, this was our fault. We've got it in stock. We'll get it to you tomorrow. That'd be fine. But they put me at the end of the list again. So nuts to that. I just canceled the order. Went to Home Depot. They had the thing in my yard the next day. Yeah, I figured there was a good chance the lawnmower bill would pull it. Yeah, I know that's the total Texas thing to do is buy a truck, but I don't know. I'm not a truck driver. Everyone teases you that your SUV looks like the SUV from Jaws. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sort of the same way, Eric. You know, except for the fact that I just got rid of the cable a couple weeks ago. But like I said, I hadn't been watching it. You know, I'd had it on a couple times in the entire time I've been here. So without the riding mower, I never would have moved those stones. I would have had to come up with something else. I don't know. I don't know what it would have been, but there were a couple points, and I didn't really show it on the video, but I actually took that strap and kind of wrapped it around my back and moved it myself. But that was just like shifting it a foot and rotating it or something like that, because that was easier than putting it on the lawnmower. But I don't think I could have moved it all the way across the yard like I did. Forgot that my co-host is actually in the shop today, isn't he? Nibble. I'm giving out kitty treats. Bite's getting them all. she's just hiding her. Yeah, there she is. We coaxed her out. I figured she might just be hiding around the corner there. Okay, Bite got that one. And that one. Sometimes the key is to distract him with one and then try and arc it over him. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, even if I had a radio flyer, I think it would have been crushed by this thing. Yeah, it's your chubby wubby. Your chubby wubbies. Both of them. Right, Naval? Are you a chubby wubby too? Or as Chris calls you, orca? Orca only applies to Bite though, doesn't he? Doesn't it? Yeah. You're a chubby wubby orca. What kind of treats do I get them? I don't know. What are these? I tend to pull the labels off because they don't advertise on my channel, so I don't know. I don't remember what they are. They aren't generally very picky, so they'll eat whatever I feed them. Every time you go to Home Depot, you smile and hope that you meet me there, but you're in Minnesota. You're probably not going to meet me there then. You got to come to the one in Waco. If I was going to get a new pet, what would it be? I don't know. I don't know. No plugs for non-advertisers. Yeah, I know that's the way that works. Although I do give a lot of free advertising to Home Depot, don't I? I keep hoping I'm going to walk in there one day and they're going to recognize me and say, "Hey, yeah, you're giving us a lot of free ads here, you know, give you a 10% card off of everything you buy or something." Thank you, Lynn. I'm glad you enjoy my vlogs, and thank you for watching. Thank you all for watching. Let's see, what was that came through here? Okay, that's John Guthrie from Silo of Screams confirming that that I'll have that he'll have passes for me. All right, yeah, he's just cool. So that's further confirmation. We'll have I'm going to be going to Comic-Con next week in Beltran, I guess, which is a little south of Temple. And so, yeah, they keep coming in here now, too. All right, so this kind of ties in as from what we were talking about earlier. It's John again, because someone was asking if I was going to do Silo of Screams again, and this is right from him. Have you thought about this year's haunt season? We'd love to have you back. We are opening the Van Winkle Memorial Hospital haunt back for this season, and he said I rock as a dentist. So yeah, I was a dentist the first year, so we'll probably do that. So there, for whoever it was that asked if I was doing Silo of Screams, there's your confirmation. It just happened. Yeah, I love going to Home Depot too. Oh, they don't even have an employee discount? That's a drag. like watching me repair and fix things. All right, well, you're gonna love what I'm gonna do on the vlogs this weekend. I wouldn't even say they should give it to me for free, but a discount will be cool. Rhonda's now home, and as expected, it's cookie faces all around. Are they in cookie comas yet? That's funny. We have two large dogs, a golden named Charlie and a shepherd named Moon Doggy. That's a good name for a dog. But you give them tiny milk bones because they devour them when the large ones in two bites and still beg for more. Tell them I'm bringing 50 or 60 friends with me. Yeah, I love Home Depot. Home Depot is a toy store for kids or for adults. I guess all toy stores are for kids, huh? How close is the ocean? I guess Galveston is probably the closest, and it's a couple hundred miles away. I'm kind of in the middle of the state, so okay. I'm learning a little about Home Depot. Peg says that it's actually structured as a consignment store. They don't own any inventory until they sell it. That's interesting. I guess now Charlotte and Logan are jumping up and down, yelling "Uncle Brett." Okay, there you go. So you bought them off with cookies, but that only lasted for a while, huh? Do a Home Depot meetup. I tend to look at the plants I get everywhere just to make sure they look healthy. I have seen stuff at Home Depot that looks like the plants don't look very well, so I don't usually buy those. But I've had pretty good luck with the plants I've gotten from Home Depot. There's a song called "Welcome to Waco." Sing it for us, Kenneth. I had a Home Depot credit card at one point. I'm kind of to a phase in my life where I don't have any credit cards, and I don't want it. I don't want any of that. I don't want to have any debt. I love the fact right now that I don't owe anybody anything. To the stage right now where I just, if I need something, I want to buy it. I'll buy it. I'll pay cash. Anyone have fond memories of the Gong Show? I remember one of my, a band that I was into really, really early on performed before they were a band, performed on the Gong Show. A band called Oingo Boingo. You can go on YouTube and look Mystic Nights of the Oingo Boingo on the Gong Show, and that was quite a show. Kenneth is telling us that he doesn't want that we don't want to hear him sing. His father said, "I love you, son, but don't sing." Yeah, that's sort of the approach I've taken, Rhonda. Like I said, I don't have any credit cards right now. What I when I need something, like I said, I either wait or just don't get it. Do I still enjoy the job and have nice employees? Yeah, yeah. Still having a good time there. I'm a fan of ZZ Top. I got their one popular album, Eliminator. But yeah, that was sad that what was it, Rusty, bass player, died. Serial killer was on the dating game show, died in prison this week. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, I use the debit card all the time, but I only spend money I have. Will I be visiting Jordan anytime in the future? Hopefully. I don't know exactly when it'll be, but I definitely want to see his place. And he's invited me and says there's some kind of fun things he wants to show me. So have to be really careful covering that though, because he's trying to kind of keep it a secret. So might not be able to vlog it because if you go to a certain place, say yeah, I'm visiting Jordan's house and we're here today, and then people are gonna know where it is. So unless his plan is to show me things in like another state or something like that. I think a lot of what we would probably do, though, in terms of what I would vlog, would be just kind of helping him with some of his problems, housing projects. Hello, Roberta. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Yeah, I know, and people got to remember, there's only a couple of us that know the actual answer to that, and we're all sworn to secrecy. We're not going to say. And so anyone who guesses, that's what it is. It's a guess. Nobody knows except those of us who do, and we're not speaking. So whatever, I think they're going to start getting hard on it on Facebook, and they're going to start deleting people, and maybe that's what's got to happen. Sat down near the entrance, and the manager asked if something was wrong. You told him you lost all your money. Well, I'm sure that's not an uncommon story in Vegas. How are the blooms in the yard? Actually, everything's doing really well right now. The Japanese jasmine that I have in the front yard is spidering out all over the place, so it's going to fill in really nice. Those uh, purely purple crepe myrtles I planted in the front yard, those are starting to bloom. They're looking nice. That ornamental grass I put in the backyard, that's blooming. That's looking really nice. It's growing. Everything is doing really well. Eric just got done watching me moving the flagstone. Yeah, well, that was something that had to happen, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Got to get a few more, get a little bit more dirt in there because as I kind of figured, the dirt is kind of settled underneath there, and so the soil level has dropped a little bit in between the stones, but we'll deal with that. You're actually embarrassed when you realize you hadn't actually lost a penny of your own money, but now you never want to go to Vegas again. I've been to Vegas a few times, and never. I've lost money every time, but I kind of know where my limit is, and I say, you know what, I'll lose this amount, but no more. And when I hit that, that's it. We're done. Yeah, and that's kind of what it has to be, Tracy. We all just kind of have to. Jordan doesn't want people to know, so people don't know. He doesn't even want people to know what state he's in. You know what state I'm in. You know what city I'm in. But even I kind of keep it, you know, locked down a little bit in terms of privacy. You don't know where in Waco I am. You don't know what I do for work, and that's just kind of how it has to be. We got to have a little privacy. Yeah, it was about the mid '80s. I was watching Oingo Boingo. I saw him, I don't know, probably half a dozen times. Every year at Halloween, they do Halloween night with Oingo Boingo, and it was at Irvine Meadows, and I went every year for a few years. That was fun. You're gonna get the girls more cookies? Ugh, you're braver than I am. Roberta, you always look forward to my vlogs and what I'm up to, what I'm doing next. That's cool. Thank you. I'm glad you look forward to those. You get excited when you go to your local Bunnings. Oh, that's a hardware store. It's like your version of Home Depot, I guess, huh? Yeah, I know. I love going to Home Depot. It's never, it's never a chore to do that. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that. Did I ever partake of any free food when I was in Vegas? No, but there were a few times where they'd serve me free drinks. As long as I'm feeding coins into the machine, they'll keep getting you drunk, so you keep feeding more. Yeah, I mean that's where it's got to be with Jordan. Just enjoy the vlogs. He does really entertaining stuff, and it doesn't matter where he lives. Oh, that's for plant food, huh? No kitty treats this time, huh? That's okay. We got two other super chats early here, and that's for kitty treats. So you don't have to worry. You're not going to go hungry. No, you aren't. But thank you, Charlotte and Logan. I'll get some plant food. Well, I know in the case of the people that say they have my address, I've looked and none of them have it. At best they have my address from when I lived in California. Okay, Rhonda's going to buy more cookies, huh? Oh, Bill's just eating breakfast right now. I had breakfast before I started, so this is probably how we get into talking about food on all these live streams, right? The girls will be bouncing off the walls, no doubt. Yeah, there's all sorts of things to do in Vegas. You don't want to throw your money away at the gambling table. You could throw away your money at all the shopping boutiques and stuff like that. Okay, Black Dot's checking out too. That's cool. Thanks for stopping in, Black Dot. It was good to talk to you. Tracy says, "Watch my videos, not for me, but or for me, but not for where I live." Yeah, I mean that's it. It doesn't matter where I live. It doesn't matter where Jordan lives. We're putting out our videos, and if you like the videos, watch them. It doesn't, it isn't conditional that you have to know where we live in order to like our videos. I haven't heard anything about Jordan buying a motorcycle. I don't know. That doesn't sound like him, but who knows? Never really seen him as a motorcycle rider, but the next video that comes up, the one on Tuesday, is going to be a cooking video. I do something in the Instant Pot. I've seen hummingbirds in the area, but I haven't seen them in my yard. Aren't I glad I left California? More and more every day. Holy cow. Even my mom comments on that when we talk about it. It's like, yeah, you really got out at the right time. Kathleen told Jeff on his live stream that if I lived in New England, you'd try and pick me up, set me up with your aunt, huh? All right. Yeah, my birth date on Facebook isn't accurate either. My birthday on Facebook is July 4th, 1976. Not accurate. It's depressing that people are trying to figure out where you are. Yeah, I know. I don't know. People are weird that way. Do I get many squirrels where I am? I don't know if there's many of them, but there's squirrels in the yard a lot. There's probably the same ones over and over again with a sidecar for Jaw, like in his opening video, huh? Yeah, exactly. Just like Jordan. Well, I mean, I'm not even confirmed that. Maybe we don't live on planet Earth. Like I said on Jordan's Facebook page a couple days ago, we're not even confirmed that. Maybe he just lives on a planet that looks like Earth. Okay, Jan's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Jan. Good talking to you. I'll have to go check that out, see if Jordan's actually seriously thinking about a motorcycle. No, she's 52. She's not older than me. Does anyone know where Homer Simpson lives? Yeah, he lives in Matt Groening's brain. Although I've actually been to the Simpson house in Henderson, Nevada. And we did that with Jordan, vlogged that a couple years ago. You have to check it out. Yeah, Bite's been here for a while now. He was a little freaked out. He didn't want to be on the shot last week because I still hadn't put the room back together yet, and table and all the stuff were out here. And I don't know, he didn't really seem to want to be here. But yeah, backyard's come along nice. I have to agree with you on that. Ugh, 112. No, thank you. Did you hear that? You rule. What do you think about that? I don't think he's impressed. Yeah, that was the time Jordan and I went to Las Vegas. It was the same trip that I think we went there for like Jaw's second birthday. And we went there and we went to um, the Zach Baggins Museum and we went to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop and a few other things. Oh, these guys seem to have adapted pretty well to the change. It's been a lot of changes over the past few years. The house they lived in all their life, we moved out of that. Then they were in that apartment for a while, and now they're in this. But this is home now, isn't it? You can live with this. You got your shelves, you got your sister, you have plenty of food, everything you want, everything you need, plenty of places to sleep. Well, I don't know. That's kind of like Los Angeles all the time. You didn't want to offend me. It's pretty hard to do that. Thanks for stopping in, Tracy. Yes, Tracy's checking out here. Yeah, I'm just kind of somebody who likes to try and do my stuff, do my own stuff, as much as possible. And there's so many things I can do, so I don't know. That's just what I learned from my dad. Yeah, we went to Pawn Stars. Yeah, or the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. That was fun. Met Lou Ferrigno there, which was very fun. Lou Ferrigno was the guy that played the Incredible Hulk in the TV series in the '70s. Met him there. Apparently, he was selling a bunch of Incredible Hulk memorabilia to Rick for the pawn shop. So went over to the bar next door, and that was what we did there. Kenneth is saving for an e-bike that has a 100-mile range. That would be nice for going to work for me. How am I enjoying the patio and the walkway to the pool? It's not too slippery. That was one of the things they asked me when they were setting it up, is how coarse I wanted the concrete. And I said, well, what I wanted it to be is smooth enough so you can walk on it barefoot, but rough enough so it doesn't become slippery when it's wet. And I think they hit that. So used to see the walking stick. Yeah, the walking stick's just over here now. It's right there. But yeah, that used to be behind the couch in the apartment. Off my little rug here. Chumley has a candy store in the plaza next to the pawn shop. Huh. Last I heard, he was in trouble for. Last I heard, he was in trouble for like gun possession or something like that. Yeah, I probably should have gotten a shirt for Jan. Maybe next time. He loves the brush. Any plans for the front and backyard? I'm kind of making it up as I go along. I got one area in the back there that I still need to do, but we'll probably do that when it cools off a little. It's a little too hot to be out there. I mean, you saw me sweating like a pig just last weekend when I was moving those stones around. I wasn't even doing any real work. You look like Chumley. You're fat like Chumley. Yes, you are. Oh yeah, the brush is Bite's favorite thing in the world. My partner's eyeballing me for some food, huh? Yeah, well, as you can see, he hasn't missed many meals. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno was great. He was really friendly, and he posed with me for a picture, which is I don't know. I think I probably got that here. That was the picture that ended up being used on my first T-shirt, the T-shirt where it was me and the pods. Let's see if I can find that picture here. Sometimes make it, yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah, that's me and Lou Ferrigno. Still kind of looks like the Hulk, doesn't he? Got to figure out a way to show it where you don't get all the glare. There we go. That's a little better. It's funny. I sent that picture to my dad and said, "You never guess who I'm meeting, who I met." My dad and I both loved the Incredible Hulk in the '70s. So I know, right? Yeah, I mean, it blew me away because I mean that was the '70s, so that was like 40 years ago. I mean, even if he was in his 20s, then he's 60 years old. You wouldn't know that by looking at that, looking at him. Oops, not that. But that guy's 60 years old at least. I don't even know how old he is. Almost looks like he's younger than I am. Insane. Yeah, you're right. Me too. Top vloggers. He'll always be the Hulk to me. He needs to work out. Yeah, tell him that to you. Tell him that to his face. My understanding is Lou was there because he was selling some Hulk memorabilia to Rick. So I don't know if they actually filmed it for the show or I don't know how much of that even happens anymore. Is that even still on the air? I don't know. I don't have TV anymore, so I don't know. When am I planning on getting Flashback? Hopefully soon. I'm thinking maybe in the fall when it cools off a little bit. It'll probably be a little less stressful of a trip for her if she can sleep through it. So Bill Bixby seemed so unlikely for the Hulk. Well, yeah, but I think he was a good mix for David Banner, or a good match for David Banner. You're right. I couldn't see him as a Hulk. Okay, David's saying that Lou is almost 70. Can you believe that? Wow. So Jordan is talking about a motorcycle. Interesting. Yeah, I don't always get to see Jordan's live streams because they're kind of random. It's just a matter of whether you pop on and he's on. I don't remember Lou being terribly tall, so I don't know if he's 6'5" or not. Because I'm 6'4", and in that picture I was kind of slouching a little bit, because I was, kind of when that was kind of what I was doing. So I don't know. He may be 6'2", 6'3". Can you imagine if Woody Allen would have been picked to be David Banner? Yikes. Whether he drives or rides, you're watching him, even if it's a moped. There you go. Your son just said the cat looks like the clock your mother had in the kitchen. So one of those clocks where the eyes go back and forth. Because if it is, you're probably right. He does sort of look like that. Can you make your eyes go back and forth, Fight? No, never know. Yeah, I think my grandmother had a clock like that too. I think maybe not. Somebody I knew did. I remember seeing one of those clocks. Has there been a mass exodus from California? That's what I'm hearing. California is actually losing. a congressional seat because they've lost so much population. Lou is 69, Arnold is 74. Well, Arnold sort of looks like he's older now. I mean, you can definitely see his age. Sadly, that's probably the truth. The top bloggers. Ton of people move to Cape Cod from California and other places. Yeah, a lot of people that move to Texas here too, right? Including you. You moved from California to Texas, didn't you? You didn't really have much of a choice in the matter, though, because it was either that or get left outside and have to fend for yourself. You haven't had to do that since you were 5 weeks, 5 weeks old, right? I see either of the Hulk movies. No, not really. Why are people moving? What changed? The environment in those states has changed. It's so expensive to live there. The regulations are out of control. There's homeless people everywhere. You know, the states have been destroyed. Even the cats have enough sense to move. Yep, you're happy you're here, aren't you? All different bugs to look at, all different kinds of birds to watch. A little bigger house to explore. You don't have to climb the stairs anymore. What comedians did I see at the Comedy Store? No real big names, just little independent people. You know, because mainly what I would go is there was a show that Jordan used to go to on Saturday nights there, and so we'd go regularly to that show, and and then sometimes we'd go downstairs and watch some of the stuff that was going on there too. But for the most part, when we were there midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, and that's when all the third rate comedians were there. Some of them were very funny, but you know, none of them probably anybody heard of. You see Bite and he's not showing his butt. I know, that's unusual. If I'm happy, the cats are happy. Well, if I'm happy, I keep feeding them and then they're happy. That's really all it takes, doesn't it? Good place to sleep, good place to eat. That's all that matters. If I ever decide to move, you've made me an honorary Australian. I'd actually love to come visit Australia sometime. That's definitely someplace that's on my bucket list to visit. Oh, I appreciate that, Roberta, and I'm sure Jordan and Adam do too. We're honored that you've made us a part of your life. I did change what's happening. I moved to another place. You know, sometimes you just got to get to the point where you acknowledge that there's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't fix stupid. No, I didn't see Jordan do stand up. He only did it once, and unfortunately, I wasn't there that time. That would have been fun to see, though. Yeah, Angela was saying that they have like good beer in Seattle too. Is that groove at the top of the couch due to bite? Yeah, bite and jaw because jaw sleeps there too. I think there's a good chance of Gavin Newsom being recalled. I don't know. It could go either way, but if they do recall him, they'll just elect the next idiot on the list. It's not going to change anything. Oh, I put in a whole bunch of time thinking about how it was I was going to be able to move those stones, and that seemed to work. So, right? You don't tell them. It's also how I move your fat butt around too, isn't it? Tie the lawnmower to your tail and drag you around. Yeah. You like the trail? Yeah, I like doing those too. That was a really hot day out there, but it was still kind of fun to be out and about. It is kind of a miserable time to be out right now when it's like, 95, 98 degrees and, humidity is about the same height. Let me go see what the temperature is here. It's supposed to get like into the upper 90s today, so it does look like it's a little overcast out there, so I don't know. 92 degrees right now with a heat index of 100, so that's what it feels like out there. Hey, Elvis is in the house. Yeah, definitely going to hit the pool today, guaranteed. I got a little project I want to work on today, and that'll probably show up on Thursday's video. I'm not sure how many, it may take a couple days to get that one done. So there may be a couple of vlogs out of it, but I think I got an idea, um, what the vlogs for this week are going to be. So that is what I'm going to start when we get done with the live stream here. I've got an HP laptop, and I'm actually pretty happy with the batteries that are in that. That's an interesting trivia question. How tall is the tallest vlogger? I don't know. You love my vlogs. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I enjoy doing them. So that's good. Hotter the better. Winter in the Midwest sucks. Well, that's true. You learned a lot from me. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I enjoy doing that. That's one of the things that I've enjoyed in every job I've ever had. The most rewarding thing is being able to be a trainer. And I'm getting to do that at work now. And I did it at Disney and I've done it in basically every job I've ever had. I eventually get to the point where I know the job well enough that I start training the next group. And so So I've actually got a little bit of news to share, but nobody's actually asked the question, how's the job going? So I don't know. I guess I can't say anything. So I guess we'll just have to keep that one a secret. How's the job going? What an inventive question. Perfectly timed. I got a promotion this week. So I got a new job or a new thing I'm doing. A little bit more money, a little bit more responsibility. It was kind of a funny story. Um, I was talking to uh, my boss recently. I found out that one of the employees in the department was moving to another department. And she had a little bit more responsibility and did some things that I didn't do. And I, when I found out she was leaving, I went to the boss and said, "Hey, I'd be interested in taking that other person's job. If since she's leaving." And he said, "Well, you already have kind of the same title that she does." And I said, "Yeah, but she does some things that I don't do." And he had to kind of concede that that was the truth. And so he thought about it for a moment and said, "I've been kind of thinking about some opportunities for you." And then he came back and said, "There's this position that you should apply for." And he gave me the title, and I went and found it on the company job board. And and I went back to him and says, "Is this the one you're talking about?" And he said, "Yeah, that's the one you should apply for." And he continued to pester me for the rest of the day, like 3 or 4 times. "Have you applied for that job? Have you applied for that job?" And I said, "Well, I can't yet because I got to submit a updated resume, and my resume is at home. So I'll bring it in tomorrow, and we'll edit it, and we'll get it uploaded tomorrow." And I said, "Okay, good." And so that was a couple of weeks ago. I got the resume in, got it updated, got it submitted, applied for the job. And about 2 weeks ago during my weekend, I got an email from the HR director of the company, basically asking me when I was available to um, do an interview with a manager. And I said, "Well, it appears that the manager I'm going to be interviewing with is my current manager. And since I already work that shift, I'm available basically anytime he's willing to let me off of my line." And so next day I got a reply back again with with an appointment for an interview, and went back to work the next week, which was 2 weeks ago now. Um, and boss couldn't do the interview that day because he had something personal to take care of. But the next day he called me into his office, and I was thinking before that this is going to be a really weird interview because um, the boss already knows me, and he told me that I should apply for the job. So if he didn't think he was going to let me have the job, I don't think he would have said, "Hey, you should apply for this one. What would be the point?" So, I got in there and he says, and, I basically, said, "Yeah, I expect this is going to be kind of an odd interview because you already know me and you told me to apply for the job. So I'm going to probably have more questions for you than you do for me." And it turns out he gave me a little bit of a spiel on, what it was that I'd be doing. And he said there'd be a little bit more money with it. He didn't know how much, but that there'd be more money with it. And that was basically my two questions, because I read the job description, and the job description was just very general. It's follow the procedures, do what you're told, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't tell me specifically what I'd be doing. So the boss kind of gave me a little bit more of a detailed explanation what I'd be doing. And my other question is there more money in this? And he said that too. And he says, And then at the end of then after we got done with that, after about 2 minutes, then we just started chatting. We started talking about politics, and he's fascinated with the fact that I used to live in California, and he loves to hear my insight on what's going on there. And so we talk about that a lot. And so we ended up talking for 10 or 15 minutes about that. And he says, okay, well, I pretty much decided I want you in this position. I'm going to submit the paperwork and get that going. And we'll go from there. And he says the company might insist that he interview some people from outside just for transparency's sake. But he said he'd already decided and that he wanted me, and he was going to submit the paperwork that way, and we'll go forward with that. Well, on Wednesday, he kind of came onto the line and says, "Hey, company sent you an email. You need to reply to them and accept the offer that they've made." And well, it turns out I looked at my email, and the offer hadn't come through yet. So I went back to him and said that, and he says, "Okay, well, I'll talk to our HR person here, and we'll get it taken care of." And a couple hours later, the offer came in, and it is done. So yeah, I got a promotion 16 months into this place, and I'm already making moves. So there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I was hearing about Scarlett Johansson. Somebody mentioned that a little earlier. Well, I also found out, kind of job related, that three people in the department departed on yesterday was their last day, and they were going into other departments. So I think part of it is, my boss likes me, thinks I do good work for him, but it's also his way of kind of making sure I don't jump ship. Because now that I've accepted a position with him, I'm kind of locked into this position for a year before I can try something else. So, but like I said, he came to me and suggested I apply for it. So I figured it was probably pretty safe bet that I was going to get it. So do I like my job? Yeah. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of arthritis in my wrist, and so that's what. So that was also one of the factors in me looking into this, because I think, the arthritis is kind of being, assisted along a little bit by the work I'm doing. So anything I can do to kind of, reduce the repetitive work I'm doing is a good thing. And since I'll be doing a little bit more of a variety of things, hopefully, we can slow the decline a little bit. But I will continue to work on the machine, but I'm going to be more of a floater. Might be working in different places, doing different things. So that's very cool. I'm very excited about that. So I'm glad you asked that question, how the job's going. It was nice I didn't have to prod anyone to do that, right? How's my mom doing? My mom's doing good. In fact, I talked to her the night that happened, and because I wanted to let her know. So, very, very cool. Thank you, Ruth Jones Hernandez. I appreciate that. Although I'm going to be making more money, so I'm already kind of doing all right on that front. But thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. People were moving out of California, though, before the pandemic. That's been something I've been hearing for years. 10, 15 years, people have been leaving California. Everyone kept saying, "Oh yeah, we're leaving California to go to Texas, or leaving California to go to Florida, or go to Georgia, or someplace like that." California, it's losing population, has been for a long time. And I've been talking about, going to Texas for a long time. So, in fact, I talked about it to some friends at Disney, and they every time I'd mention it, they just kind of roll their eyes like, "Yeah, you've been talking about that forever. You're never going to do it." Yeah, look who's talking now. Yeah, I believe that's it, John. I put my all into this place, and I've become I'm pretty good at running the machine I run right now. I think I'm probably better at it than probably just about anyone in the department. because I get along really well with machines, and I'm on good terms with all the mechanics, and the mechanics are very generous about sharing information, which is another big difference with Disney, because Disney, all the mechanics were union members, so they didn't want to tell you anything. These guys, if you ask them a question, they'll tell you. In fact, I had a problem with my machine the other day, and the mechanic came in and looked at it and explained what the problem was. And I said, "Is that something I could do?" And he says, "Yeah, if it happens again, just go do this. And, flex this actuator a little bit." There was a little piston that was sticking. And, that's what I really like, is they share that information. That's what makes me ultimately better. And I think it benefits them too, because, there's only a certain number of the mechanics. And if they can't, they can't be everywhere at once. So if we get to the point where the people can deal with their own problems, that just kind of makes their job easier. So yeah, and you guys didn't really know me that much in California, but yeah, my mom hears it all the time. She says, "Oh yeah, I can tell you're so much happier here." When I was talking to my mom the other day about my promotion, she was saying, "Yeah, that's just the latest in the state of things." She said she's very happy how things have turned out for me, and and how everything just kind of fell into place. And she was saying, at the time I was talking about doing this, they were scared for me because this was a big move, and it could all have just kind of fallen apart too, but it didn't. Everything just kind of fell into place. So I'm in better shape now than I've ever been, and this is just the latest in that. Yeah, California is one of those states that's always talking about the gap between the rich and the poor. Well, like Elvis said, it's only going to get worse. It's going to be the ultra rich and the ultra poor, and that's all it's going to be. And then the ultra rich are going to get taxed to death to pay for the ultra poor, and then they're going to leave, and then it's all over. I'm going to move my mom to Texas now. She doesn't want to live in Texas. Although at the time she didn't want to live in Northern California either, but she conceded that. Yeah, you're right. The top vloggers. My timing was perfect. It was the perfect time to get out of Disneyland. It was the perfect time to get out of California. It was the perfect time. I hear thunder. We must have some rain coming in. Let's look at the weather here. Oh yeah, we got a little rainstorm coming in. Nice. You know how much I love that. Yeah, you're not the first person that thought it was kind of a brave move to just pick up and move, but I wasn't going anywhere in California, and it was too expensive. I was on the verge of losing that house, and it was just time to shuffle the deck. And the plan kind of seemed to make sense because I came down here to Waco about 4 months before I moved, and saw what the housing prices here were, and I said, you know what, if I can take a good amount of money, away from my house in California, sell it for a decent amount of money, and walk out of there, I'll be able to pay cash for a house, and that'll make it so much easier to live here because then I don't have to deal with rent, I don't have to deal with mortgage, I just have to, deal with my monthly expenses. So yeah, it worked out well. Getting stormy out right now. I see the wind is blowing like crazy. That's usually a sign that the storms are coming in here. And it's funny, obviously, the pecans are getting to the point now where they're starting to get ripe on the tree because every once in a while I'm hearing them fall off the tree and then roll down the roof. Probably because of the probably because of the wind. It's blowing them all out of the trees. Yeah, there's another thunderclap. It's off in the distance, but it's coming in from the west, so we're gonna get some soon here. And it looks like it's just a thin little stream, but it looks like it might get a little powerful. So yeah, kind of fun here. Looking forward to this. Yeah, see, that's where we are right now. You hear it coming in, so it definitely makes things easier. Poor kitties, they don't like the thunder though. Yeah, it's been a quite a story here on the move. It's amazing how much has changed because I mean it's been what 2.5 years since I started vlogging, and I've been here in Texas a little bit more than 2 years. Been in this house now for a little bit more than a year. Lots happened. And another little thunderclap there. It's a ways off, but since it looks like a very powerful part of the storm is headed towards us, I'm interested to see what happens. Looks like it's going to be one of those that just kind of blows through, though. It'll probably rain for 20 minutes and then it'll be over. Just enough to get the ground wet and raise the humidity a little. Yeah, yeah, I've heard about Texas wanting to secede and become its own country. I honestly wouldn't be too opposed to that. Oh, I love thunder and lightning. I'm fascinated by it. Maybe it's just because I understand it enough now to not be afraid of it. I don't know if you heard that one. That one was a little louder. You may start hearing them here pretty quick. I've thought about getting an electric generator. I just don't know where I'd put it. That's the only problem I have. You thought that was my stomach growling? No, no, that was thunder. My stomach was growling before I had breakfast. Maybe somebody will figure out how to capture lightning for energy. The problem wouldn't be capturing it, it'd be storing it. Yeah, I've been really lucky, Connie. Everything really did just fall into place. Yeah, let's see what's going on here with the rain. Yeah, we're right on the edge of it, so Well, we're kind of into the season now where it isn't terribly uncommon for it to rain. So, like I said, it doesn't look like this is going to be a really powerful storm. It looks like it'll be in and out pretty quick. That's one of the things I kind of like about Texas. You can be, 100 degrees out one day and it might rain tomorrow. So, anyway, well, I've been going for more than 2 hours now. So I'm going to pull the plug on this one, and we'll try again. Well, probably not going to do one next week. Remember that because I'm going to be doing Comic Con on Sunday. So there won't be a live stream next week, but we'll kick up and do one again the week after. And I'm going to go start this today's project and maybe enjoy the rainstorm a little bit. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.